Is bin Laden in the Bible? This is a question that has been brought forward and discussed and speculated upon. Yes, bin Laden is in the Bible. And what's interesting and even in a spiritual way ironic is that 9/11 is also foreshadowed in the Bible. Now, many whitewashed Christians and the rest of them under counterfeit Christianity may disagree with this, but it's so interesting that when prophecy is properly interpreted, we can see both bin Laden in the Bible, or his type, his kind, prefigured by the whole Ishmael parable, the wild man whose hand shall be against every man and every man's hand against him, and therefore this global so-called Islamo-fascism that's going on. So bin Laden is in the Bible, but additionally 9/11 is also prefigured in the Bible at the very same time. Let's touch on the area of scripture known as Isaiah and the Isaiah prophecies. And the Isaiah prophecy, we're not even talking about in the code of the scriptures, whether we are speaking about the Ethiopic code of the scriptures or the Amharic or even the so-called Hebraic Masoretic code that's in the Bible and computerized. We're speaking about in plain simple English and in plain simple direct language of scripture. When we go to Isaiah chapter 46, we find the two idols of Babylon, of old Babylon, Baal and Nabal, spoken of. Now these two idols prefigure the so-called World Trade Center or the Twin Towers. The Twin Towers. Now, if you understand the context of scripture from that day and why Yahweh is giving us these examples, you understand, where it says Baal boweth down and Nabal stoopeth. Their idols were upon the beasts and upon the cattle. Your carriages were heavy loaden. They are a burden to the weary beast. They stoop. They bow down together. They could not deliver the burden, but themselves are gone into captivity. Now, the idea of captivity can be understood in the scriptures and in history on many different levels, but when connected with the prophetic and connected with the book of Revelation, Johannes Rai, it becomes very clear that there is spiritual captivity. You understand, being enslaved spiritually. But to pinpoint the verse where it's speaking about bin Laden in the Bible is verse 11 in this very same chapter of Isaiah 46. So bin Laden is prefigured in the scriptures. Verse 11 of Isaiah 46, it says, calling a ravenous bird from the east, the man that executeth my counsel from a far country. Yea, I have spoken it, I will also bring it to pass. I have purposed it, I will also do it. Bin Laden is in the Bible. Bin Laden now is prefigured as that ravenous beast, that ravenous bird. You understand? That ravenous bird from the east, the ravenous bird from the east that executeth the counsel of Yahweh within the covenant of Abraham on the Ishmaelic side, or on Ishmael's side of the family, is bin Laden within the scriptures. Verse 11, calling a ravenous bird from the east. Now, what's interesting, like we said, both bin Laden as well as 9/11 being in the Bible, this chapter and this particular scripture at Isaiah chapter 46, speaking of Baal and Nabal, or those twin idols prefigured by the twin towers. Bin Laden, the ravenous bird, the man from this bird from the east, the man that executes the counsel of Yahweh within the covenant of Abraham, from the Islamic side of the tree, or from Ishmael, that wild man whose hand shall be against every man and every man's hand against him, therefore international terrorism. This global situation that prophecy says we would come into a day like this, and truly we are heading into those days of the Great Tribulation. So watch and pray, my brothers and sisters.